everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. In today's game, time of possession should be a factor. The Bears are top 10 in converting third down opportunities, and they'll be up against a Cowboys defense looking to knock that conversion rate down.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is, when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them, in a sense, and gotten the ball from them.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Play clock winding down. 1st and 10 for Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Adams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. 2nd and goal to go now. Elliott gets around him, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now Dalton. Now he'll escape to his... And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Davante Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Chris Wormley continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. On 2nd down, Trubisky. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Let's go. Blue Lightning. Blue Lightning.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Flush to his right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, it's Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garner. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Dalton here from the gun. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Give to Elliott running left. And he's got this one down to the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now to the air, Dalton. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will make our score 9-0. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Trubisky on first down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Here's Marquette King now, standing just outside his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Pushing his way through. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. First and 10, here's Andy Dalton. That's Samuel, caught left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Throwing, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On second down, here's Trubisky. The 20. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Now Trubisky to throw on second. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. On first and goal, Howard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
All right, here we go.
They'll try again with Howard. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going for about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. First down, Dalton. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First and 10. Dalton. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Fuller. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Play action now. Dalton. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And some room to roam now. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags. And it's a kickoff return to end the first half.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 20.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the gun, Dalton. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
I know old school coaches used to just cringe when their quarterbacks weren't in the pocket throwing the ball. Whenever they were outside of it, you could just see them losing their mind on the sidelines. Nowadays, a lot of them like that. Defenses often get confused when the quarterback escapes. Coverages go haywire. But in this case, he didn't take advantage of it by getting set and making a nice throw.
Yeah, and with that pressure coming, maybe he should have just gotten rid of it. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right now. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Third and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's complete to Meredith. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. This is Howard on second down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Bears on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So it's only 3 points on this opening drive of the third quarter. And even though that stretches out the lead, Charles, I think you'd have to consider this a win for the defense, no?
Couldn't agree more, Brandon. That offense got themselves in prime position to really open up this ball game, but the drive stalled out. And yeah, 3 points is very easy to get back in today's NFL.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end. Take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Offense comes to the line now. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And caught, right side, Green. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Green 39! Green 39!
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Chris Wormley in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Here we go now. Blue landing.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Marquette King now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, Dalton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Fresh set of downs here. And Dalton to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of, you know, when we're having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Nick Kwiatkowski coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. And he whips that one incomplete there.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun, Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Adrian Amos with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
The point after now for Aguayo. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Throwing again. Dalton, quick hitch, complete. It's Fuller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
The Cowboys on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, Dalton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Ardarius Stewart there, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd down, this is Howard. Down right around the 25. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And Aguayo's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chris Wormley able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. A give to Howard. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 16. They go with Howard again. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
On is the punter King to send it away. Sheds off the tackle. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. The offense lining up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Dalton steps away to his left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Again, it's Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting.